1950s, you may have been standing right here at Atomic Liquors, Las Vegas's oldest freestanding bar, sipping a cocktail and waiting to catch a glimpse of the atomic bomb being dropped out in the desert. It's not urban legend, it's history, and it's this atomic tourism that helped put Las Vegas on the map. From the hit video game franchise and Emmy Award-winning TV show Fallout to the Academy Award-winning movie Oppenheimer, you can't talk about history or pop culture in the United States without the atomic bomb. But even more so than that, you can't talk about Las Vegas without it. We stopped by the National Atomic Testing Museum to learn everything there is to know about Las Vegas's very close to home atomic history.
It really had an impact in how the United States and how the world looked at Las Vegas. And so it really put it on the map. Prior to that, you had the casinos, but in a lot of ways, the site was just as responsible for where we're at as a city as a lot of those other things.
The atomic age begins in 1945 with the Manhattan Project, the United States program to develop and test the world's first atomic bomb. With the threat of the Korean War looming, the United States decided to move atomic testing from out at sea to inland to avoid prying eyes. This is where Nevada comes in. The state was chosen in part due to its arid climate, sparse population, and mountain barrier. At 65 miles away, Las Vegas only had a population of around 25,000 at the time. The tests consisted of above and below ground tests. Some of them involved aircraft dropping the weapons. In 1963, due to environmental and health concerns, all testing moved underground. In total, 928 tests were conducted here in southern Nevada, including 100 atmospheric tests and 828 underground tests. But it wasn't just testing weapons. There was also the Nuclear Rocket Development Program, which supported sending astronauts to Mars and beyond, and the Environmental Protection Agency's experimental farm, which studied radiation's effects on the ecosystem.
It was more than just a place where they tested these weapons. It was also a way to learn more about the material, learn more about how it affected the body.
As a result of those underground tests, craters, and lots of them.
When the device goes off, it basically creates a cavity underground. And there's nothing to hold that top layer of Earth up, and so it will crater, sometimes instantly, sometimes it will take a little bit of time, but those craters are all a result of those underground nuclear tests.
Short of some public tours, you unfortunately can't just go out to the site.
They frown upon that.
Even if you can't go to the site itself, the atomic tourism was real. Complete with atomic-themed cocktails, casinos would build events around the testing schedule and bring people up to the roof to watch. It oftentimes wasn't a mushroom cloud that they would see, though. It was a flash of light.
Really what they would be seeing is the sky light up. So they see this big flash. They wouldn't always see the mushroom cloud, but they would always see that flash. It was right before dawn, and so it would be, relatively dark, and then you would see the sky just light up. And so for them, that was a special experience that you really couldn't get anywhere else. And Vegas has built itself on experiences where you can't get anywhere else, so it's just a natural fit.
One of those places you could get that experience was here at the oldest freestanding bar in Las Vegas, Atomic Liquors. If you were sitting here at the bar in the 1950s, this was your warning that the bomb was about to go off. And the atomic craze wasn't just a novelty to Las Vegas. It was popular across the country with the first televised dropping of the bomb.
And it got to the point by the mid-1950s where the atomic bomb was dominating all aspects of entertainment. TV shows, movies, music. Every time you turned around, you would find something that was themed around it or featured it in some capacity. That interest in it naturally led people to come to Las Vegas to be able to watch these bombs go off and be able to say they were there.
There wasn't just a tourism boom either. There was an influx of people moving to Las Vegas.
When the site was established, about 25,000 people living here. By 1960, it was about 65,000 people.
One of the ways that Vegas marketed itself was with themed advertisements featuring beautiful women in costume, and that surely was no different with the atomic bomb. Anna Lee Mahoney, or Lee Merlin, was Miss Atomic Bomb in this famous 1957 photo. Marketing off atomic history is still very much alive and well to this day in Las Vegas. Bars like Atomic Liquors and Able Baker have atomic-themed logos, beers, and of course, lots of decor. While atomic history is all over pop culture, it's rarely completely accurate.
Unsurprisingly, it's not all drama as you will often see in movies.
There's a famous scene in Indiana Jones' Kingdom of the Crystal Skull where he is dropped in Doomtown at the Nevada test site. This was a real area of the site with houses and mannequins where they would study the effects the bomb had at different distances on different materials. What wasn't realistic, however, was how Indiana Jones survived.
And so he runs and he goes into a fridge, a lead-lined fridge. and the bomb goes off and he gets propelled, but he's completely fine. That's an example of that being completely Hollywood magic. There's no way you would survive something like that.
As for the test site today in real life,
the Nevada National Security Site, as is known today, no longer conducts nuclear weapons tests above ground, underground, or anything like that. That all ended in 1992. As a museum, we're here not to change anybody's mind on the bomb itself or testing. We're here to inform, give people a holistic view of what testing was like, how it impacted negatively and positively, and how we can take that information and be just more informed as a society.
if you like this video, don't forget to drop it a like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our content. And we have so many more history videos back over on our page, but for now, check out these videos. The light is giving radioactive.